going on YouTube? This is what we're Josh do, and this is an unboxing of a new power station. This is from the company OUPES. So say it how you want to say it. But it's a new power station. It's the Mega 1, and they're currently, as of today, right now, having a massive sale because almost every other company is as well because of Black Friday. So I am going to be posting this video as soon as I can so that you guys can also enjoy the deal, because this is a 1 kilowatt hour power station with a pretty massive inverter built in. So it should be able to power nearly everything that you want to power something with, like a power station. So let's do this unboxing. I've never had a power station through this company before, so this is exciting. It looks like it's in there, maybe either the box is upside down or something. I noticed that the arrows on the side here are facing the other way, but the words are, but this is made in China, and it's upside down, and the arrows point the other way, but then it has the, I don't know what's going on here. The power station was definitely in there upside down, so I'm assuming that the box is correct, just this is wrong. Everything else is right. Oh yeah, definitely. Alright, so we got a bunch of goodies here. We're gonna take a look at those, and we're gonna set the box to the side. Alright, taking a look at the stuff that comes with. It comes with this bag, that's a Ziploc bag. It's got a nice thick power cord here to charge it up. Oh, interesting. Okay, and then we have MC4 to Anderson, and we have a car plug to Anderson. This is actually a first for me. I've never had one that has Anderson. Taking a look at the power station, we've got a 100 watt USB-C, a 100 watt USB-C. That's actually pretty incredible. You got two 100 watt USB-Cs, so we can power a laptop at its full charging speed and a portable gaming handheld such as the ROG Ally X at its full speed. And then we have a bunch of USB for older devices that you want to charge slower. So then we have four 20 amp. So this is a 2000 watt pure sine wave inverter. I didn't realize it was 2000 watts. My microwave can pull 1875. So this is beyond impressive. And then we've got the DC 5521 barrel plugs. That's super exciting. I have some DC 5521 to DC fridge. So instead of using a 12 volt cigarette lighter that can sometimes, easily pop out because it's loose, you can use a 5521 to DC fridge. Let me go get that cable actually. So this end is 5521 and this end is a DC fridge. So like a compressor fridge. Plug that in, plug that into your fridge, and you don't have a connection that's loose. It's going to easily come out. It's pretty nice. So 5521 is fantastic to see. And you have two of them. So you can basically use this guy, which is DC 5521, to a normal 12 volt, just like this, because you've got one right here. But you can have two or three. You can have all the plugs. It clearly has some rubber feet on the bottom because it's actually not sliding around at all. We have a button to turn on the AC ports. We have an IoT, which is Internet of Things. That's to reconnect it to a different wireless signal. And then we have the power button. Let's go ahead and turn it on. So 68%. And then here we've got some ventilation for the fans to push air through the unit. And then we have a extra battery port right here. So we can expand this unit to a massive amount of energy for nearly infinite home backup, depending on what all you plan on powering and if you have solar or something coming in. This side just says OUPES Mega 1. And then on this side we have this little tag that says tip. We suggest charging the battery every 3 months. This will be friendly to the battery cycle and extending battery life. So I can clearly see fan blades right here and right here. So there's two of them right here. I didn't see any on the other side. And then we have the input here. It says solar, AC, and then overload protection. Let's open that door. All right, so we've got our Anderson plug there. So it says up to 13 amps, 80 volts. That's a lot of volts. That's crazy. And then we've got that plug there to charge it with AC. And then we have a button if we trip it, overload it. So let's go ahead and plug in that. All right, plug that in. And then we're going to connect the AC plug. All right, now we're currently charging the power station with the wall outlet. So we have the current battery percentage. We can hear the fans kicked on. We have a fan icon. It says 700 watts coming in, 800. Fans are getting louder. 21 minutes remaining. All right, so in the instructions, it has OUPES official, so you can scan the QR code for their official channels. And then we have the app to download for the power station to control it. All right, so the app is downloaded. We're gonna go ahead and sign up. All right, so while using the app, allow, add a device. It's gonna scan nearby. Oh yeah, let's hold down the Internet of Things button. Okay, you're supposed to press it, not hold it. Or at least, I think that's, I don't know. So Mega 1, it popped up finally. And we got a Bluetooth and Wi-Fi icon. And there we go. We can see the power station. Want to use Wi-Fi? Yes. So choose our Wi-Fi. Oh, I gotta turn Wi-Fi on. All right, it grabbed our SSID. Let's put our password in. Okay, it says that my device connected to my internet. I got a notification pop up about it. Wi-Fi configuration successful. So now we can see that we have 0 watts of solar, 800 coming from the grid. It says 76%, battery is 70 degrees Fahrenheit. And then we have all of our specifications down here. This app is very simple and basic looking. So we can turn our DC on, we can turn our AC on. You can see exactly what's doing what with USB-C or the USB-A. And we can turn our AC on. Oh, that's the 12-volt socket. And then that's the USB ports. So you can turn them on individually. Oh, yeah, because you've got the button right here for this DC stuff, the button here for this DC stuff, and then the button here for the AC. And then an external device would be batteries that you have connected. It's showing a Bluetooth and Wi-Fi icon, just like it is there. So let's just dig into settings. Oh, so we have a slow charging mode. Please switch between slow and fast when the AC output is turned off. Okay, so if we have a standby timeout, it's currently set to 6 hours. There's all the current options from 30 minutes to 24 hours or never. And then screen timeout. So by default, it's 5 minutes, but you can choose 10 seconds to 30 minutes or never. And then AC timeout. So it'll turn the AC port off if there's no activity going on. You can choose 30 minutes to 24 hours or never. And then you can choose between Fahrenheit or Celsius depending on what's easier for you to understand. So let's turn the AC off and choose slow charging. Okay. Oh, so the AC output. Okay. So turn the AC output off and then slow charging. And it switches over no problem. And then we can turn this back on. And now the fans shouldn't get as loud because it doesn't charge nearly as fast. So pretty basic, not a whole lot of things in here. And then to get to your stuff, you go to Home, My Devices, and there it is. Let's let this thing fully charge up and let's see what all it can do. I noticed that the fans were still going, but it says it's 100% charged. So let's just pull it off the charger. No, it's not done. It's still going. And those fans, they definitely want to make themselves known that they're doing something. That's a very good amount of air. But then this side's a lot quieter because there's no fan, just electronics. That's actually crazy. I mean, if you didn't have a watt meter, you would only probably know because of the fans being so loud. I mean, I'm not complaining. Yeah, like they're a little bit loud, but they're not obnoxious. It's not like a whine or a whir. It's more like a hum, you know, just white noise. So it's not too bad. All right, so we got the microwave hooked up to the power station. It did fully charge. It took about an hour, and for a while it said 100%, but it wasn't 100%. But then eventually it was only drawing 10 watts from the wall, so I went ahead and disconnected it. So we are truly at 100% right now. And what we're gonna do is set a 3-minute timer and start and see what happens. This thing can draw up to, oh, this fan's instantly went into overdrive. So we're seeing about the same here on the screen. And I know this microwave draws about 1800 watts on startup, and then it calms down and goes to about 1680. Those fans definitely kick up into high gear. And then we'll connect up a thing here and see how much this little guy draws. So no Okay, so not much, 1729. We got a 2,000 watt. 2,000 watts is crazy. I know a toaster is definitely going to use up the last 300 for sure instantly, go way over that. So we're not going to do that, that'll trip it. So we'll just let the microwave run. This side's got like cold air, and then there's no fan here, so it's just a natural like pass through, and it finds its way out. And this air is, it's just warm. It's not hot. It's warm. That's it. Turn on the light and the fan. Look at 1750. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Cool. So it's calming down now. It says 194 watts. Is that really the fan? Oh my gosh. Yeah, 36 watts. That's probably the light. So I'll turn the light off. Or that's low, 22. And then off, 0. So, wow, that fan provides a pretty good chunk there. Alright, let's connect the toaster. Turn the toaster on. And what does the toaster do? Toaster does 800 watts. 860 watts. To toast up some bread, some bagels, some Pop-Tarts, some, what are those things you freeze and put the little, like, cream or something on it? I don't know. So the fans are not as loud. I can definitely feel they're not blowing as much air as the microwave. So depending on how much you draw, depends on how fast the fans go. Dang, we could toast many different breads. Dude, we ran the microwave for 3 minutes. What was that, 90% or something? We could do that for however many more times. Man, this thing during a power outage would be absolutely fantastic, because 1,000 watt hours, usually when you get something that's 1,000 watt hours, you have a much smaller inverter that kind of matches it. 2,000 watts is substantial. That is, I only have like 3 other power stations that can hit 2,000 watts, and they're much, much bigger units. Except for one of them, which just came out, and it's going to be about the same size as this. But 1,000 watt hours can run a fan for the entire night. 1,000 watt hours can run my refrigerator freezer combo for a good 12 hours, 14 hours. For me, I think 1,000 watt hours is the sweet spot for power station, because it's not so heavy that you can't move it around. It doesn't need wheels or anything like that. And it can run things for a substantial amount of time versus a smaller unit that's not going to power a microwave. That's not going to power a freaking toaster. That's not going to do all these other things that this can do. This is a unit, man. I'm impressed by this thing. The test is about to stop. That's weird. Why would it say 0% and still keep going? It sure is warm in this room, because this has been running for 30 minutes now. I'll tell you what, if my heat ever went out, I'd just use a freaking hairdryer in this power station. Alright, well, it died. The amount was 903 for 32 minutes. It did that. I haven't used this thing forever, so I'm currently draining it so that I can recharge it, because you're supposed to do that every few months. Completely deplete it to 0 and then charge them to 100. Just the best thing to do for all batteries. Cool. Alright, so I left it charging and left, and now I'm back home. So let's see what we have put into it. 1.338 Keep in mind, it's been 8 hours, 56 minutes, and it's still putting in 20 watts, which seems to be normal for this unit for some reason.